Okay. Alright, so today we are doing thermostat, carburetor, and then if we have time, balance the front wheels and install some backup lights. Because right now this thing has no backup lights whatsoever, and I'm done chasing wiring. I bought some cool ones I'll show you in a bit, and they'll be better and brighter anyways. But for now, we gotta do thermostat because this thing will not quit overheating. So let's dig in. Hopefully I don't make a gigantic mess, which I'm already starting to. It's a good thing I got plenty of coolant because I'm probably gonna dump all this right on the ground. Here she comes. I'm an overachiever and probably put 2 gallons on the floor. Oh my god. Never see that again. Look how hot this is. Nice and warm. Kind of like a lukewarm bath. All these threads are nice and gummed up. Good enough. Alright. Well, don't do that. There. That's better. Oop. Don't break. Thought I just broke the ear off of this, but I think we're alright. Alright. Oh, come on. Thank you. While that's setting up, I'm going to look at pulling the carb off of this. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, because I need this truck in a couple days. You know what, I do need to pull the spring for the pedal off of this. Might be good to do. While I'm at it, I'm just going to throw you on a time lapse before I get this thing off. I'm not great at making commentary, and this is going to take me a minute, so. Died. Okay, well, we've got this off. I need to find some vice grips and get this carb stud out of it because it grabbed on when I was pulling it out and did not let go, so now it's stuck in here. So let me just get that out really fast. If I'd have known this thing was seized on here like this, I would have just soaked it down, but, you know, when you're always unprepared, you're always unprepared. Well, there goes my last light. Great. There, how's that? So, between the last time this battery died and now, I got the carb off. It's been cleaned, started it, seems to be a lot better. I haven't driven it yet. Gotta fill up the coolant and all of that. But I've been lazy on this, and well, I got distracted with another project. This is the other thing that I've been wanting to get done on this truck. You ever get tired of those guys behind you flashing, or not flashing, but just keeping their high beams on all the time? Well, that's what we got going on here. It's gonna be great. No, this thing doesn't have any backup lights at all, so this ought to help a lot. They're adjustable. Oh, I got it snugged down. But they'll rock and aim down, and you can scoot them back and forth and whatever you want. Hopefully it'll be pretty good. It's looking kind of ugly in here, but that's the way it's got to be. Cannot get this trim out, so I'm just zip tying it for right now. Honestly, this is a redneck truck, and it's gonna get the redneck treatment. This truck is too hammered to do things correctly. I'm just gonna do it to where it'll work, and that's it. And yeah, I just drilled straight through the cab. There you go, there it is. But I'm gonna use some RTV and seal it up. The other problem we're dealing with here is the guy that I bought the truck from had taken the rear lug keys off so he could check the rear brakes. See, it's missing one right there. He did not happen to change the front, and so that, I don't know how well you can see that, probably just have to take my word for it, but that one stinks a lot. Nobody has a key for it, so at some point today we will be chiseling and torching and whatever else that one off, because I need to balance the front tires on this thing, because it anything more than about 55, the truck feels like it's literally gonna come apart. So anyways, let me fill this the rest of the way up, then we'll get back into the cab and get those finished being mounted, and then we can go from there. Alright, that should be pretty close because I added probably a gallon of fresh. Seems like we're pretty full. Alright, I'm gonna move you inside with me. So, I guess here goes again. Wish I could find my Christmas tree bit, but that's gone with everything else. Not in here, is it? Nope, don't think so. Alright, watch your eyes. You know, I had mixed feelings about trashing this truck this bad, and then I looked at it and I went, oh yeah, can't really trash a truck that's already trashed. So yeah, you know. Okay, there. Hardware. These lights are pretty cool, but yeah, they're meant for the front end of the vehicle, not the rear. So it's been kind of a trick. Yeah, there you go. Actually, I'm gonna walk this up a bit. I want to keep it to where these are somewhat removable for when this truck finally dies, or I want the lights for something else. So I'm just doing it the very what would you call it? Stupid way? Yeah, that's it. this is a trick to get this lined up, because there's a little nut that slides around right in here, so you can pull the lights back and forth. And yeah, it's kind of a trick. Get the bolt started through here while you're holding everything. Oh, did we get it? Oh yeah, perfect. These things are obnoxiously bright, so all you guys in your bro-dozers, you better turn your lights down. That's all I can say. In fact, if I were to put it back down here and just tuck it in right there, yeah, that's not half bad. Alright, the switch is already wired up. All of that's already done. But how I'm going to get these wires right here inside the cab without drilling more holes in the cab. And I can't feed them through the holes that we just used, obviously, because there's a bolt going through there. Oh man, I forgot to RTV those. Oh well. What is it going to do, rust? Alright, so this is what I'm thinking. Pretty sure this will work. Again, it's not perfect, and it's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be effective. So, just ran them through the top crack of this window jamb. Going to run just fine. I can wire them up here and just snug them up. Use some heat shrink over those, waterproof them a little bit. Same thing here. That'll work out just fine. Okay, fresh battery. Let's try this again. So, I could only imagine someday my comments, if anyone ever comments on my video, would be going nuts if I didn't do this. So, there you go. I've got it 99% cleaned up all the way around. Ugh. Figured out, oh man, that's not a good angle. Figured out how to get all this trim off, pulled it all up and out, and yeah, you can see not a wire anywhere, which is pretty dang good, except for right there. I gotta tuck that in. I'll tuck it in once this is wired. But yeah, I'll get some little rubber plugs and pop them in that so it looks a little nicer. I do have to admit, I like it a lot better. This thing is just wired in temporarily. Take this plastic off of here. Alright, so I'm going to put you guys back on the tripod, and you'll have to tell me if this works or not. Let's see what happens. Ready? Whew! I'd say that's on. Yeah. Alright. That definitely seems to do the thing. Holy cow. Good grief. Can you imagine both of those on? Whew. Yep. Not follow too close. Holy cow. My gosh, that is bright. Look at that. That is incredible. Good grief. Well, I'd say that's a win. Man. That's ridiculous. Here, watch this. That's how dark it is without him. That is intense. I cannot wait to go try these things out. Alright. Let's be done with this now. And we will start working on the front wheels. Alright, let's give this a shot. We don't have a key. I don't know if I brought this up before. We don't have a key, so we're going to try to hammer on some sockets. See if that'll work. Bar. I'm not holding my breath for this to work. No kidding. Let me show you how to balance wheels by hand. Not by hand, but manually, without going to a shop. It's one of those stupid little Harbor Freight deals. Trying to get all these cracked loose. Oh man. Okay. That one was on there. Great. That's why I don't buy Harbor Freight tools. Actually, I think that was O'Reilly's. This is how not to remove the deal when you do this. Perfect. Alright. Well, cool. That was my better goodish one. If I break this one, I'm gonna be sad. I've had this extension for what, 8 years, 9 years? Long enough it's rusting. Oops. That one's already loose. Well, okay. That's what I was talking about. These things I put on with like 200 foot-pounds. Gosh. Alright. I have a 19.5 inch. Let me go find some more tools, since I've broke all the ones that I need. Okay. 1/2 inch breaker bar, 1/2 inch impact socket, 1/2 inch extension. Guess I just needed the big boy wrenches. Okay. Going up. So we'll try this again. Alright, I believe this is the wheel. Yeah. Doesn't have a single wheel weight on it anywhere. And the other one has 7. So let's see here. That is definitely severely out of weight. Okay, so much for 43%. Alright. You can tell. It's bad. That would explain why, let's see. Yeah, it ought to be up over there. But when you let go, yeah. Anyways, that would explain why you're trying to do more than 40 miles an hour and this thing is just going nuts. Okay. Let's throw some wheel weights on quick. And get it back on. Do the other side. Wow. At this point, anything is going to be better than nothing. Holy cow, it literally hasn't made a difference. Let's try one of these big boys. Because we mean business. Perfect, right there. It's going to be incredibly ugly, but I just want to be able to drive. And the blind people. No, I'm just kidding. There. See that? Yeah, we're right on. Can you see? There you go. Perfectly in the bubble. Look at how ugly this is though. Yeah. I hate enormous wheel weights on the face of wheels. It looks terrible. But, must be done. Normally I would not be abusing wheels like this, but they're already toast, so who cares? Well, I had it perfect. Apparently not. So don't do what I do when you balance wheels. Because apparently I don't know what I'm doing. Perfect. There we go. Alright, I'm going to stop the video and do the other one. And we'll see how many that thing takes. Alright, let's see how bad the other side is. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I must have thrown one because I was 6. I counted 6 a couple of times. 6 or 7. Because when it was 6. I mean 7, but it was at least 6. I know that. Oh, no kidding. This thing's way off too? Imagine that. I would have thought it would have been spot on. Alright. Well, eventually, here, probably not next week, fine, hopefully the week after next, there's going to be a lot of work done to this truck. It needs both inner and outer tie rods, upper and lower ball joints, and the drag links, which is going to be a lot of fun. I could have sworn there's something else I'm forgetting. Shocks. Both front shocks. This thing isn't even that bad without all those weights. It's about 2/3 of a bubble off, but that's not bad. Oh, and tires and wheels, hopefully. That's hilarious. So you just watched me pull 5 weights off, right? Yeah. It doesn't need a single weight. It just needed 5 less than whoever it was put on. So, cool. At least we don't need any for this side. 5. Alright. We'll get this back on. And I'm gonna back this thing out and have a light test because it's just about black outside. Pitch black. There we go. Found the words. So it just occurred to me, what type of Crossroads garage video would it be without a little bit of welding, even if we don't have any scrap material. Kind of forgot that this is a very leaky truck. You can tell by the blanket I have down here that it's real toasty in here. Let me get this kind of set up a little bit better. I think that'll work. So, yeah, this blanket's been covering up some holes for me. Can you see-ish? Yeah, kind of. Alright. So, needless to say, it's a bit drafty. Let me see if I can get you in here. Can you see all that? Oh yeah, yeah you can. I mean, it's not bad. There's a couple of pinholes over here. Nothing serious. So, I'm gonna get my grinder and try to find some scrap real quick. And we'll get right on that. Alright. Well, let's grind first. Like I said. I mean, obviously, right? You don't have to cut the rust out first, but it helps. My camera would quit falling over. It'd be pretty cool. Okay. Yeah. So what you want to do when you're doing this, you want to try to make as much of a jigsaw out of it as you can when you don't have enough pieces to weld it back together. That's the main goal. I need somewhere to ground to, I suppose. That should be pretty good. Alright, so I do have some scraps, and I have a couple more if I really run out, but yeah, I have some left over from the Comet. So, let's start mixing and matching. Just gonna have to shave it. Let me bring this in real quick and I'll show you what we're working with. So it has been a couple of days, but I was able to finish up this floor here and start on some other stuff, but it's not perfect, but all the holes are filled, and I could knock this down and that down, and this one, but I don't care. I knocked most of it down and had to fill up a couple of small little pinholes that were still showing, but that's all done. And this is what I've been working on since. Let me get this light set up here. It's falling all over the place. So, I'm sure you can tell, there is, oh, I do have that back on. But past this here, there's no more exhaust. And this is not attached. I just got it slid up for right now because we're fixing this. Figured I'd check while I had the welder out. It's a good thing I did because it's trash. It was completely rusted apart and falling. Alright, so I got separated from this muffler here. Giant old factory log muffler. There. This is trash. Got this piece off. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit so I can weld to it. I don't know, oops, how well you can tell, but it's extremely sooty. So I gotta hit that with a wire brush. Brought this back from work. I don't even remember what this was off of, to be completely honest with you. And then I got cherry bomb back there. So I've got to weld what I've got set up on there on, and then we can put the glass pack on. And then I've got a cool idea over here for an exit. There's my other strap right there. So I'm thinking, bam, somewhere right in here. I'll show you what I mean when I get there. Hopefully I can get there tonight. It is pretty late already. Well, that didn't work very well. Nearly set my camera on fire. Alright, so my current, I won't call it a plan, idea is since the pipe is, you know, not the right size at all, what I'm going to do is take the grinder and make a couple of cuts like so, and squish it in a bit, then re-weld, you know, and yeah, it's too late to go to the parts store, and I'm not spending the money on a bunch of adapters to make it look right. It's really a shame that this poor old truck is just beat beyond anything. Because in a lot of ways, I kind of really would like to fix it. You can tell that I'm a professional. Not too shabby. Alright, actually we gotta do the other side while we're here. Because we're gonna run into the same problem, and I don't want to be doing this under the truck after the other side's already welded up. Yeah. Would not be convenient. That ought to be pretty close. Alright. Don't do what I do unless you really don't care about your vehicle's lasting. You got 35%. Let's see how far we can get. Once it gets down to 35, it's like 14, 7, 1. Yeah. So we'll see. Alright. Yep, hopefully you can see well enough. It's the best I can do right now. Okay. Well, for crying out loud. Lego. There we go. Well, come on. Thing was running away from me. Oh, that's just so it don't move. Alright. So, do you still fit? Oh yeah. Awesome. Broken screwdriver. Do this one of a couple of ways. I'm gonna have to kick it up a notch if I weld it to the frame. But can I weld it right there? Possibly. Well, let's just do last things first and really get this messed up so there's no hope of fixing it. And then we'll come back. Nothing? Not a bite anywhere? You know what? I know that has to be as up as far as it can go. Should have been a boxer. Apparently I can take on the chin. Whew. Alright. It's time to quit messing around, alright? I've got things to do. Let's see if I can tie myself up in a... Please stop. I'm paying you overtime. Just do what you're supposed to do, okay? Alright. I didn't say go yet. Sounds like popcorn. That's it, you're fired. Get out. Right after you finish your shift. I didn't think that all the way through, did I? Alright. You know what? I don't even know if I want you to finish your shift, okay? That's how I'm starting to feel about it. Just hold that thought for a minute. I can't live with that. Alright. Got everything pretty well set up where I want it. And this is where the fun begins. This is the moment I've all been waiting for. Alright. Ready? This should be a lot of fun. I saw somebody do it on the rat rod. It looked pretty sweet. Yes. Alright, well, it's time to move my welder. Alright, well, you can see how well we light up the house with those lights. That is amazing. Just amazing. And it sounds a lot better. Oh yeah. That's just fun right there. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you all have a great night, and catch you on the next one real soon.